everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, first and foremost. We got a lot of great entertainment ahead of us tonight, let me tell you. At first, Owen insisted that I make this announcement. This Friday, February 17th, new works on film, including Cricket Harrison, Madeline Becker, Dan Guinness, Danielle. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I think that's some of the people showing the films, the flicks. Anyways, we're gonna start things off with a little, a new Valentine's Day tradition, sort of improvised rose flower ceremony. I got these flowers up here. I just need 3 people to come up and each take one and just kind of, throw the petals everywhere, basically. I want it to feel, like a romantic environment, really. I just need 3 volunteers to come up. Anybody? I mean, really, anybody can come up here and, I just want the rose petals to be all over the floor, so it looks nice. I can't do it. I'm stuck in this plastic form. I can't really do anything besides. Yeah, thank you. I don't know. How they got gold on them too. They were kind of pricey actually. So. Oh, wonderful! That's just beautiful. And if anybody has any poems they'd like me to read, Valentine's Day poems, that's so pretty, I love it. If anybody got any Valentine's Day poems they want me to read in between the performers, just find my assistant Duncan, just give him the poems and he'll hand them to me. I memorize them. I have a really good memory, so anyways, really good job. Beautiful ceremony. Thank you all very much. The first performer tonight is Carla Petat, and she is also going to be streaming live on the internet. So who knows what's going to happen? I'm excited. Please welcome Carla Petat. Thank you, everybody.
I'm going to check text throughout this since we are online.
Do you want the lights on?
Yeah.
Up here?
Yeah. I mean, no, maybe you guys could be dark.
Okay. Let's see if we can do that.
Let's see what's happening. Dunk start. We're heading back. Yes, Damien Duncan started. Oh, this is different. Okay. Alright. First things first. I am just so honored and thrilled to be here with you all. I'm so happy to be playing and thankful that Duncan asked me and to share this space and to share this space. I really feel very, very excited about it. So those of you who are here in this room, I know I have permission from everybody online because they signed on online. But my performances generally involve interactive spiritual, mental, and emotional behaviors. And so you may not know that about me and what we're going to do together. So I'd like to tell you that and invite you to join me and also to have your permission. And if you aren't ready for that sort of thing, then it might be a good idea to not be here for it. So I will assume by your staying here that you give me permission. But I would love to hear some verbal permission, that would feel good. So if anybody wants to send some verbal permission out, I would appreciate that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so here we are. And most people today are focused on the thing that this day always falls on, February 14th. What I personally am focused on is the fact that Black Moon Lilith is moving out of Scorpio today. And Black Moon Lilith is an interesting story. It's actually a point in the sky where there's nothing exists. There's no body, there's no asteroid or planet or anything that's in that space, but there is measurements that astronomers know there used to be something in that space. There's still some gravitational pull or something like that. So it's void. And in astrology, Black Moon Lilith represents for each of us the part of ourselves that everybody tells us is wrong, but we know is right. And here I'm using words wrong and right, and I don't know how I feel about those words. I might mean good and bad, which is the same thing. Oh, look, that's cool. I'm gonna have people playing with me. That's cool. You guys online can mute yourselves or not. I kind of like it. But and so there's a thing, right? I could have said, turn that off. You're interrupting my performance, and tried to shut them down, which is what would be a Black Moon Lilith thing, where they're making a sound and it's not okay because I'm performing. But it is okay, and that's part of the point of Black Moon Lilith is finding the part of you that you need to be, that it's your lesson to be true to, even if it isn't accepted anywhere else. And for the past 9 months, Lilith has been in Scorpio. And Scorpio is the sign of power and sex and death. And I think we all can be aware of, both personally and socially, all of the power struggles that have been everywhere, within ourselves, within our personal relationships, within society. And today, that's changing. And as Lilith moves into Sagittarius, the news story is about finding, rather than going into the power struggle with the other, which is Scorpio's, the other people's power, other people's money, sex, the other, it's now about concepts and philosophies and ideas. That's what Sagittarius is. So taking what we learned from these other struggles and now turning it into the personal concepts, the personal ideas, the personal philosophies that each of us are ready to be true to, even if nobody else agrees, even if nobody else approves. And that's been a big part of this, is this need for approval, both given and received. And my personal experience with this has been, as I've been examining my own desire for approval, I have been learning that when I look for approval from one thing or one person, instead of giving them that power, to whatever it is that I'm doing, to expand it to everybody. So that's kind of why I'm broadcasting online, is that I had an idea of one person who I was like, oh, I wish I could invite this person to see me perform tonight, and that was maybe for a sense of approval. And then I realized I could extend that to everybody, and it isn't that I need approval for everybody. It's about that I can look within myself for that readiness to share and to experience together and expand it out, and that it isn't important who is there or what is said, but it's important in me that I examined that and then opened up. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, I don't care whether you approve or not. So this drum I painted, and to me this is a symbol for Black Moon Lilith. And I had a lot of power struggles with this drum over the past 9 months. This drum was part of, I gave the previous drum I had like this away, and I purchased a new drum, which was rather difficult, and there was power struggles around that, but I purchased it for Fields Festival. And at Fields, I brought this drum, and it was going to be the first time that this drum was played, and that was an enormous power struggle. And the drum never ended up being played. It got shown, and it got, but there was no actual sounds coming out of it. And so afterwards, I realized this is a Lilith drum, and I painted this symbol on it, which is to me a Lilith symbol. And during subsequent power struggles, for absolutely no reason, as far as temperature or the drum getting hit or anything, the drum, which has 2 sides, one side broke, one side became unglued, and the other side is still glued. So now the drum has a very weird sound. The Lilith drum. The sides don't exactly work together, but it still makes this sound. So I can't pound it or hit on it, but I can still play with it and love it. And I do love it very much. So Lilith is going to sit over here. I'm going to ring this. And that was basically introduction. And what we're going to do together now is move through the energy of shifting. You're welcome to keep your eyes open and look at me. Honestly, I don't plan on doing anything particularly interesting. So if you choose to close your eyes, you're welcome to do that as well. I probably will be closing my eyes to stay focused. So, allowing yourself to imagine that you are holding a rope, and that this rope is part of a game of tug-of-war. Noticing that kind of braided, rough feeling in your hand of the rope, and feeling how it is that you position your body in your imagination to extend your will upon that rope as strongly as possible as you tug against the other side. Feel your feet on the ground pushing. Feel your muscles tensing and your will imposing itself upon that rope. And as you feel your will upon the rope, feeling the will of the other side of the rope, as strong and as hard and shifting back and forth. And as you get into it, feeling your weight balancing against pulling and pushing, allowing yourself to imagine that just as you within yourself choose to notice why, what, the other side seems to be doing the same thing. And the energy of the pulling and the pushing begins to subside. Subsiding more and more until you are no longer feet planted in the ground, balance all off. You are now standing straight, all alone, holding a rope in your hand, softly and gently. And as you hold this rope in your hand, allowing yourself to imagine taking the ends of the rope and connecting one end of the rope some way, somehow to your head. And connecting it some way, somehow to your heart. Feeling that shift within yourself, being balanced and connected in a new and fresh way. And as you are within your imagination, choosing what for you feels comfortable. Do you feel comfortable standing? Do you feel comfortable sitting? Do you feel comfortable having your body in some other position? However it is, choosing both within your imagination and your physical body in the here and now to be as comfortable as you choose. And at this moment, we're going to begin to build a vehicle for travel. This vehicle is called the Heart Energy Field Activator. The first step of building this vehicle is to imagine that you have a heart-shaped form, like a 2D, kind of flat heart-shaped form, extending from below your root to the top of the heart, facing straight up around the top of your head, however you imagine that. And in your head, noticing all of the thoughts and intensity and energy, imagining it like a dark smoke swirling around. As you're ready, taking a deep breath in, letting all that dark smoke get stronger and stronger, and imagining the top of the heart opening up and blowing the smoke out of the heart. And doing that at your own pace as much as you feel is necessary until you feel your head and heart, that heart, having released most or all of the smoke. And as you're ready, imagining a second heart. This heart is kind of upside down. The point of the heart is towards the top of your head, and the bottom of the heart is underneath your root. And as you imagine this heart, allowing all the tightness and tension in your physical self and your emotional self to balance down like a heavy goo, traveling down to the bottom of the heart. And just the same as before, as you're ready at your own pace, taking those deep breaths, holding your breath, and then opening the heart, pushing it down into the earth. And as you feel your two hearts there, that are 2D in their own way, allowing them to begin to spin in opposite directions around your body. One heart spinning one way, the other heart spinning the other way. Noticing the overlap of the two hearts and how the center of the overlap is in your heart. And feeling that energy in your heart becoming bright and dancing in its own way, vibrating. And imagining, as you're ready, that energy in your heart taking the shape or form of a ball or bubble. And in whatever way you choose, expanding that ball or bubble until it expands and covers both hearts. One circle around two spinning hearts with you and your heart safely inside. Maybe you like it if that outside bubble twists and spins. Maybe you like it some other way. Allow yourself to notice however it feels right for you. Maybe it's a certain color or material. Adjust it for your comfort. And as you feel that adjustment, recognizing you have your vehicle. You are free. Within the heart space, you can go anywhere. And together at this moment, we are going to travel to the sun. So allowing yourself to do just that. Piloting with your heart energy and your love away from Earth. Finding the sun, finding a golden shaft, a golden ray of light. Feel its warmth, feel its vibration, feel its ability to both draw you in as you move out. Right toward the sun. And recognizing your vehicle, you can adjust that warmth to whatever level you choose. As the sun gets hotter, you are comfortable because you are protected and safe within your heart space. Drawing closer and closer to the sun and feeling the energies, the vibrations. Feeling that almost magma-like, but it's something else. There's no word for it. That energy of the sun getting closer and closer. Recognizing that in its own way, the sun is a portal. It extends out just like every other star into the depths of the universe. It is our doorway, our portal. And in whatever way it happens for you, using that sun energy to project you out into the center of our galaxy. And you may find it happens so very easily. Letting that travel. Until you find yourself in the center of the galaxy. That vortexual energy, the entire galaxy swirling all around. And here in the center of the galaxy, taking a moment to soak up that which is unnameable, yet which is being drawn in toward the center of the galaxy. It's like every flavor, every taste, every sound, every vibration, every color from everywhere in the galaxy being drawn in. And you can choose to tune in to whichever part of it is appropriate for you. Incorporating, expanding, exploring, encapsulating within your bubble all of this frequency. If you so choose, can visit a new world. And I'm going to choose a world for us all to go to together, but if you'd like to choose your own world and travel off separate, that's your choice. The world I'm going to choose for us, where we all choose together, is a world where, rather than being each of us in our own heart energy field, this place is a place where everybody experiences the heart energy field together as one. the entire world vibrating. Allowing that travel to happen away from the center of the galaxy into this place. And it is a place. It has some sort of material form. Allowing yourself to investigate with your senses, your expanded senses. What is the material sensations of this world where everyone resonates within the same heart energy field? What are the textures? Are there colors? What is the sound of the one heart energy field world? How is it to experience yourself as both individual, unified? What is the movement of this place? What are the actions and intentions? As it is existing, it does shift and change. It has a flow. How does it feel to be in that flow? What is the beingness of the doingness and the doingness of beingness? Existing in this expanded one heart energy place. And allowing in whatever way, whether it's an idea or a suggestion or just something indescribable, recognition, a way to bring a part of this vibration back into your physical body and your heart energy field and the place where you are. Letting that begin to happen. Traveling in whatever way you do, bit by bit or all at once, into your self, body, person, whatever it is. And the here and the now. Feeling your here and now. What's your here and now like? What's the surface below you like? What are the sounds around you like? How do you exist within your heart energy field and bring back some resonance from the sun, the center of the galaxy, the expanded state, and that heart energy field place of oneness. Allowing for a moment, allowing for that to play into your ideas, which are just delusions and projections, and that's okay. Allow some delusions and projections about your immediate future in the coming minutes or hours or days or even weeks, no more than weeks. How does this resonance play out? How do you allow these energies to be within your daily reality? And letting this settle in, taking a moment, feeling that bubble, that vehicle all around you, taking a moment to clear it, clean it, cleanse it. You might imagine as though some filters pass through it. You might imagine as though rainbows or colors, or you have a big broom or sword, you sweep it out, whatever it is. Clear and cleanse your field. Refresh and recharge it. Until you feel that sense of balance and harmony, integration within your heart, within your entire field. Imagining for a moment so you could just feel so good about yourself, for yourself. A big hug and kiss and yeah, for you, to you. And see what feels right for you. Do you want to choose to keep your bubble vehicle around you, or would you like to allow it to shift smaller back down into your heart and allow the hearts to stop spinning and do their thing? It's whatever you choose, whatever feels comfortable for you. In your own way, coming back more and more into this here and this now. Perhaps opening your eyes, perhaps shifting, moving around. And feeling how when you open your eyes, you can still see and feel and hear all the vibrations of the hearts and the oneness and the places and spaces. And thus, we're back. Thank you all, physical people and virtual people, for sharing this with me.